Welcome to the HVAC Business Growth Podcast. Is your business getting beaten by the competition or your profits dwindling? It's time to kickstart your HVAC business. Here's your host, Nick Balowski.
Hello everybody, welcome to the HVAC Business Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Balowski. I've got another great podcast lined up for you today. Today's topic is customer referrals. So I just want to give you a really quick overview of what we're going to cover today. Basically, I've got two strategies that are lined up for you that you can implement in your business straight away, no matter where you're at with your business. So let's get stuck into the show. So pretty much no matter who you talk to, customer referrals appears to be the best form of advertising across all industries. And I even think it's better than joint ventures, purely because in joint ventures you're actually asking for referrals, if you like, from other business people that are out there. But truth be known is that their relationship with the prospect isn't as good as it could be, particularly when you're comparing it to either friends or family. And that's the great thing about a customer referral program, is that you're actually using the network of people's friends and families. So I think it's a really great way to do business, and the core of it is totally based on doing good business. You just got to make sure that you look after the first person, and then you ask the question and keep doing good business and keep looking after people, and then more and more referrals will come to you. One thing that I'm really amazed at with people's businesses is they just totally leave this to chance. Referrals, like I said, are really, really powerful, but nobody actually goes out of their way or sets up a program to actually ask for it. They might just find out in hindsight that they have a word of mouth marketing program that's actually working, because if they ask, people will say, oh, I found out from John or Bob or Mary. So it's really important to come up with a program and have a planned system that you can actually measure to see whether it's working for you. So I'll give you the first strategy. So basically, if you have any appointments coming up, what I think you need to do is actually get some business cards or some vouchers printed up. The premise of the offer is you're going to offer either a free gift with purchase or offer a discounted rate on a consultation or a new system. The catch is, though, that it has to only be available to these people that are a part of this referral program. It just can't be a normal, regular promotion that you have on in your business. So if you have an appointment or you make a sale, what you need to do is actually give out 3 of these business cards to every person that you do business with, and we're aiming for a very small 10% redemption rate here. Now, I know how cheap business cards are because I get them printed all the time, and I think I got probably 500 business cards printed for under $100, so this promotion's really, really cheap to run. So the way I'm looking at it, there is no excuses for you to not implement this. So other things that you can do with this gift voucher or business card promotion is you can actually give a prize to the person who gives out the most referrals. Funnily enough, though, people actually aren't interested in prizes. If you do a really good job or a good service or deliver a good product, people are just happy to tell other people about the job that you did. So I think, though, you still need to at least acknowledge these people. So it might not be a prize, but you could send out a nice box of chocolates or a gift basket or some nice flowers, just acknowledging the person for helping you out and referring business to you. But if you want to, you can take it that step further, like I said before, and actually make a competition of it, that you actually advertise to the people that actually give you the most referrals. So there's plenty of ways that you can do it in this particular case. You can also send up some follow-up letters to your newest customers. So they might be customers that have came into your business really recently, say the last month, and you actually follow up with those people purely because you haven't had a chance to get the business cards to them. So a nice follow-up letter with these business cards in it, just explaining the promotion that you're running, and I think you'll actually get a really good redemption rate on these as well, particularly if you've done a good job. So when is the best time to actually get customer referrals into your business? Well, between 2 to 4 weeks is absolutely ideal. So the reason why I say up to 4 weeks is, obviously, once it goes past 4 weeks, people actually forget about you. They forget about how good the product or the service is that you actually delivered to them. Obviously, the sooner the better. And provided that you do a good enough job, you can actually ask a long way after a particular appointment has been delivered or a service has been delivered. So I'm just going to go through an old customer example for you. So this actually shows the power of having a good customer referral system. So what I want you to do is we're going to create a letter campaign for every customer that you've had in the last year, and it's going to be a 3-step letter campaign, which we've spoken about before in the direct mail podcast episode. So let's just say you are running a business and you've had 1,000 paying customers in the past year, and 1,000 of these 1,000 people, the average profit, again, the average is $1,000. Sometimes, depending on the unit that you sell or the service you deliver, you might make a little bit more. Sometimes you'll obviously make a little bit less, depending on the transaction. Out of these 1,000 people that you're going to be mailing 3 times, let's just say the cost to put a letter in the mail in an envelope with a stamp on it is going to cost you $1 per letter that you send. So if we do a 3-step letter campaign, it's roughly going to cost $3,000, isn't it? So to recover the $3,000 that you've spent, or invested I should say, putting this letter campaign together, you only need a conversion rate of 0.3%. So that's obviously 3 people need to be referred to out of the 1,000 people that you send this letter campaign to. So obviously, well, I would like to think anyway that if you did this campaign that you would get more than 3 people being referred to your business. So obviously the upside to this particular campaign is massive. If we got a 1% conversion rate, which again, it doesn't sound that fantastic, does it? 1% conversion, which would be 10 people being referred to you at $1,000 in profit on average, that's $10,000 just off a miserly investment of $3,000. So the maths is starting to work out really, really nicely. What if we start to get this campaign moving up to maybe 5 or 10%? Now we're starting to get into the $50,000 to $100,000 worth of extra profit into your business. And obviously it doesn't stop there. Once these new people are actually referred to you, then you can start this business card campaign that we spoke about earlier. Give them 3 business cards and the whole thing just snowballs from there, and before you know it, your business may have increased by 20 or 30% just by implementing a simple but really effective customer referral program. So I just wanted to preempt a question that I think that I would get from people who say, I can't afford $3,000 to be able to do this program. Well, what I think you should do is go the cheap approach and use email or telephone. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more time-consuming, the telephone route. Emails, obviously, it can be effective but can be quite impersonal. You're probably going to get a better response rate if you are using the mail system as opposed to using email. But if you can't afford it, then I completely understand. So by all means, use the email system and the telephone system. The formula and the structure of what you're going to say is exactly the same. Okay, so now it's time for the HVAC Business Growth Tip of the Week. So this week's Tip of the Week is simple. It's almost so simple that it's stupid, and it is, you need to actually be consistent rather than be creative with this. So there's no point coming up with a letter campaign to do or a customer referral program and only doing 1 step of the mail out, even though we've said it's a 3-step thing. So you need to make this thing consistent. You need to stick with it and make sure this is an integral part of your business moving forward, because we all know that customer referrals are probably the strongest form of advertising, bar none, out there, and it's really cheap and you can get a great return on investment. Okay, so we're nearly finished today. I just wanted to tell you about a special offer that we have on in the business at the moment, and it's special because it's pretty much brand new. And what it is, it's actually a done-for-you lead generation service. So what I want you to do is head over to the website. It's hvacbusinessgrowth.com, and you'll see in the navigation menu it says done-for-you lead generation. So basically what it is you can actually hire myself and my business to take over some of your online lead generation for you. There's a nice sales type of letter to it where you'll understand a little bit more what it's about. If it interests you, there's a survey, which is step 2. Just go in, fill out the survey, and I'll get back to you as soon as you fill out that survey, and we can talk about doing some lead generation for your particular business. Okay, so that's all we've got time for today. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you next week.
This has been another edition of the HVAC Business Growth Podcast. For more marketing tips and strategies, go to the website hvacbusinessgrowth.com.